Apprêtez-vous quand c'est le temps des massacres.
Mike Mosisi, le jeune millionnaire congolais. Boubouli Yondela.
Hi guys, so we're making meatballs today. There you have my meat and my 2 slices of bread, which I'm going to shred in my processor. The camera angle is weird, we move. Anyways, I got some parsley as well, so I just cut that up as finely as I possibly can, just to make sure it's like really tiny, as much as you can. It doesn't be like super tiny, but as tiny as you can get it. Once it's cut up or chopped, put it into a separate bowl on the side. Make sure you have like all your ingredients and things you're going to use ready to go, so you don't go looking for it. Next, I'm going to cut up my onion, but wait, angle change. Guys, that angle is just weird. Anyway, so I diced up my onions as small as I possibly could, because my brother doesn't like onions, so I tried to make it as small as possible. And then I added that to my parsley. I'm going to keep saying parsley like that. You can sue me all you want. Okay, jokes. Anyways, to my meat, I'm going to be adding 2 eggs. You can add more or less depending on how much meat you're going to be using to make your meatballs and or your burgers, because this can be used to make burgers as well. Anyways, continuing on, now I'm going to add my breadcrumbs. But guys, I realized that the bowl I used was a little too small for all this, so there we go, a bigger bowl. Now we're going to be adding our seasoning. I struggled to open this bag and I don't even know why. Anyways, all-purpose seasoning goes in. Then everyday seasoning goes in as per always. I also added some peri-peri seasoning, which is what I'll be adding next. After my peri-peri seasoning, you guys already know, without me telling you, I put some black pepper in there. You guys know I love black pepper. And my veggie Maggi cube too. Then I add my onions and my parsley. Get that all in there. Ladies, fellas, get ready to get your hands dirty now. So we're going to mix it all together with our hands. Yes, I did grab a wooden spoon, but I decided against it in the end. I was just like, you know what? I'll mix it in there, get in there with my hands, because I prefer getting my hands messy anyways. That's just how I cook. So I'm going to get in there, mix it all up as much as I can. There were some bits in there that were not completely mixed up, so I had to keep going. As you're going to see, we're just going to keep it going. And then it's all done, ready to go. Now for the meatballs, you're going to cup some of the meat in your hands and just roll it around. You guys know, like when we're in school and you're playing with Play-Doh and you're making like little dough balls, that's what you're basically doing. If you don't want to get your hands dirty, say like you're a girly girl, I'm a girly girl too, you can always use an ice cream scoop. An ice cream scoop makes the balls more even and it's also less messy as well. So I did a few of these balls before I realized, like, nah guys, let's be honest, I'm going to be here for a while, so you know what, camera magic. Ta-da! So I ended up with 2 trays of meatballs and I had to stick them in the freezer for some time. So that was for over an hour. I put it in there for an hour 20 minutes. So now we're going to make our pasta. So we're going to boil just under about a liter of water. It depends on how much pasta you'll be making. So I did a liter, put some veg cube in there, black pepper as always, and some oil. The oil makes sure that the pasta does not stick together when it's cooking. Now for our tomato sauce, again, your oil. I did about a spoonful. Oh, in the background guys, JoJo tips. Make sure you're boiling some coffee. Coffee helps to get rid of the smell of food in your house. So I used about 2 heaped spoonfuls of coffee, as you guys can see in the video there. So you can boil at like a medium to low heat depending on the saucepan that you are using, if it doesn't like burn or make weird noises. That saucepan makes weird noises. Is it a saucepan or a pot? Anyways, we move. So for my tomato, I'll be putting a picture of the ingredients that are in my tomato sauce in there, because in this household, honey, we make passata from scratch, okay? So I did 1 spoonful, 2 spoonfuls and a half. Okay, I did 2.5 spoonfuls. Now your tomato puree. There's only a little bit in that tube, so I had to add some more tomato puree. So that's about a spoon altogether of tomato puree, maybe 2 spoons. let's go for 2 spoons. Okay, so you add that, then of course black pepper and a bit of salt for taste. Now for pasta, I did a whole bag of, I believe that's fusilli pasta. Fusilli, yeah, let's go for fusilli. Anyways, you add all of that to your water and you go back to your tomato sauce. I added a bit more everyday seasoning because it wasn't that salty for me. And now you guys can see that my pasta is ready in the background. You gotta make sure that your pasta is al dente. As you guys can see me doing here, I took the pasta out. I did this off camera, of course. I took it out just to try it, see if it was soft or not. Unfortunately, the pasta decided not to be soft, so I had to leave it on there for a little while longer. It's okay, it's okay. Back to my sauce. So I've mixed that all up, and to be honest, I added a bit of water to it. I always add some water to my pasta sauce. That's just me. Other people don't. They use the water from the pasta. I don't always do that. And also, I didn't add any red wine. If you have some red wine, go ahead and add some to your sauce. It always makes it super rich, and sometimes it makes it just a little bit thicker. Anyways, so I've added my water to my pasta sauce, and I'm just going to let it sit for a while. So guys, now that our pasta is al dente and ready, you're just going to strain that. I strain mine always in the sink, and if you want, you can save the pasta water to actually make your own sauce if you don't add water to your pasta. Anyways, back to our sauce. You guys can see my meatballs are out of the freezer. They're in the burger and they're looking all chilled and everything. And my sauce has no froth on top, which means that it's actually fully ready. I am very proud of my sauce, guys. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Anyways, we're gonna move that to the back and we're gonna fry our meat. So I used some sunflower oil and I used a ladle. So that's 1 spoonful of oil and a half. So I did a spoon and a half full of oil. Guys, look at my meatballs. Look at them. They're so cute and round. Oh. Once your oil is hot, you add in your meatballs. I used a fork to add mine in because, you know, I didn't actually want to like use my hands. Anyways, depending on how big and how small your pan is, you can do as many balls as you actually want. I did quite a few. Just make sure you turn them over so they all get browned evenly and so that they don't burn too much. I may or may not have burned 1 or 2 meatballs, but again, it's okay, it's okay. So you guys can see I'm just turning them over just to make sure that they all have an even browning color to it. Okay, and guys, there you go. My first batch of meatballs is ready and I'm adding it to my sauce.
A few moments later.
Guys, oh, JoJo's tip, so you can always add gravy if you want your sauce to be thicker. That's what I did. And guys, there you have it. I did 2 versions of my meatballs. So I did some with no sauce, as you can see this one here. That's my mom's idea. Shout out to my mommy. And then there's the one with sauce. And guys, with the gravy that I added, it made my sauce so thick and rich. I love this so much. And there you go, guys. It's been a culinary trip to Italia. I hope you guys enjoy your food. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next episode of JoJo's Kitchen. Bon appetit!